Hey guys, I know it's been about a month since I actually did a video, but I wanted to do a quick video this morning before I get rolling. Sitting here doing a 34. The video, honestly is, the title, I haven't decided what I'm going to make it, but it's going to be something to the such, why does everybody hate truck drivers? So I want you to comment in the comments, some of the things that you have run into. But this weekend I ran into something that really I thought was, and I know this goes on, but this is something that just really bothers me, and it always has. There's a couple of things that really bother me, and this is even before I got into truck driving. I can't stand toll roads. I don't understand the purpose of toll roads, especially in a truck when you got to pay exuberant amount of money to go through a toll road several times, maybe in some of them. That's the one thing. But the one thing that I ran into this weekend that I really have a big issue with, and I hope this gets to the truck stop corporate people, because it's highway robbery to the truck drivers. It really is. Now, if it was the company that was paying for the service, then I might be able to understand a little bit, but it's to the truck drivers. And the problem that I have is $25 reserve parking at the Pilot Flying J's. I'm at a Pilot here in Arkansas. They have parking for maybe 15 or 20 trucks, and every single parking spot is reserved. Well, I pulled in here Saturday night at 1:30 in the morning. Actually found 2 spots. I knew they were reserved, but most of the time they don't come out and bother you. And the first night I was here, they didn't bother me. But yesterday afternoon, while doing my 34, they came out and obviously tapped on the door. And I said I'd be in to pay the reserve spot. I'm used to paying, $13 to $15. Well, guess what, guys? This was $25. And again, it's not that I didn't have the $25. It's just the fact that $25 to park a truck for 24 hours. To me, that is just highway robbery. Absolute highway robbery. It's supposed to be a truck stop. And more of these truck stops are catering to the average customer coming in and not the truck drivers. And you can see it in the prices and some of the things. When you, and I've talked about this in the past, but when you see a company truck driver go into a truck stop and he's using his points to buy a hot dog and a soda or whatever, there's a problem there. And these truck stops, the only thing they're doing is getting richer and richer and richer. Got a serious problem with that. Again, you guys can comment, you can troll me, you can say whatever you want to, but I think a lot of guys will agree with me that it's ridiculous that they're paying that much money for parking. I just, to this day, I really don't understand it. If it was $1 to $5, I might be able to understand it, but when it's $25 in one night, that's a big issue in today's world. And I don't understand why the truck stops feel like they need to make an extra $25 off the truck drivers when the truck drivers are collecting their points off of the fuel to go in and buy a hot dog. They know what's going on and they're okay with it. And I've decided, and again, this is more of a decision on me. My fuel card, when I go to Love's, it's about 2 to 3 cents more at every stop. Well, I got news for you. I think I'm just going to do all my business with Love's and not with Pilot Flying J's any longer, just because of the fact of this. And again, I'm not saying Love's is any better, but at least their parking is free. I know it's harder to get into a Love's, but quite frankly, it's getting harder and harder to do a lot of things as a truck driver anymore. And it's just gotten worse and worse. And I know Pilot Flying J's has always had reserve parking and has always paid for it. But when you have a lot, and again, I know they're landlocked and there's only a small portion of parking spots here, but they should offer a few of the spots free. Well, every single one of them here are reserved. There's a couple trucks that are like double parked and triple parked up there around the building and stuff. Why aren't they making those guys leave? Why aren't they making them? I mean, to me, it just doesn't make good sense. There's a lot of things in life that don't make good sense. Well, that just happens to be one of them. I just thought I'd do a short video on this. Sorry, I've been gone for about 4 weeks. We've been doing a lot of lives. Enjoyed doing the lives. If you haven't caught one of the lives yet, you really need to. I'm going to try real hard to put out some content on Mondays and Wednesdays if I'm able to. And again, it's all about time. I mean, doing YouTube is actually kind of difficult. And I don't mean just putting videos out. I'm just talking about time-wise. A lot of times, I'm rushing to, I say rushing, but I'm hurrying to get to a receiver or a pickup, and, I just might not have the time to do it. But we do our lives on Wednesdays and Fridays. We try to anyways. Sometimes, again, if business comes first, then, we have to. But I try to do my Wednesday lives with Poppy. We try to talk about the trucking market and, what our weeks could become and things like that. And then Fridays are just kind of a free-for-all where I might have 4 or 5 guys or 6 or whatever on there. We just talk about whatever with that situation. Yeah, that's pretty much what's been going on. I'm still making money. I haven't disappeared. I know a couple guys have wondered where I've been. They've said stuff on either their YouTube channels or they've called me. I'm still here, still making money. Didn't have a great month last month, but I still made money. I had a couple weeks that were really, really bad, but I made up for them in the other 2 weeks. Still brought home a decent amount of money. You just got to take the good with the bad. You got to look at it as a monthly income. I still made my goals for a monthly income. Things are still going well at JB Hunt. I don't really have any complaints as of yet. I mean, we did talk about the load board changing a few weeks ago. Poppy got on and gave his, preacher speech about it. Right now, believe it or not, they're leaving us alone, and they've changed it back, and we're still rolling, doing what we've been doing. And, and honestly, until that ends, I don't really see a reason to try to maneuver anything differently, because I honestly think we're doing better than most. But, yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I don't really have a lot more to add to it. Truck's running great. No issues with the truck. I'm sitting a little bit over 90,000 miles since March. I've been rolling. I've been rolling, the miles. There's no doubt about that. Going to be getting another oil change here in about 10,000 miles. Get the service done. I know I'm saying a lot, but I'm just trying to think of things to talk about. I didn't write anything down. I just wanted to do a quick video before I started rolling here in a little bit. But yeah, please leave comments on anything. What the truckers, we're getting gouged. I mean, it's doesn't make sense. And honestly, that's one of the reasons why I don't go up into the Northeast, is because I honestly feel like they don't care for truckers up there either. Plus, their driving is really shitty too, honestly. But I just don't go up there. There's no parking. They don't want you there. And, my feeling is with that, I try to go to places where I thought that they wanted you. But surprisingly, this place here, in my opinion, they don't really want the truck drivers here. I mean, they do, but they want to charge you. Anyway, I'm all for the free parking. I don't understand it. We need more of it. There never was a trucker shortage. I don't know where that ever got started, other than I know the media started. There's actually too many truckers out there. There's too many companies. There's too many truckers, and some of them need to go away. Some of these newbies that have only been into it for a while and think they know everything, and maybe they have other issues that are with it. I don't want to get into a whole lot of details about that. Everybody knows my feelings on that, but yeah, it's just becoming harder and harder to become a truck driver, to be a truck driver. You gotta keep the same rhythm, keep the same flow, and just remember everything. I still go home. I try to go home every 2 weeks. It's been pretty good, pretty successful. I could go home every week if I wanted to, but I think it takes a little bit of hit on my pocketbook, because where I live at in Florida, I mean, obviously getting into Florida is not an issue. It's just getting out of Florida. So I take a hit, when I go home with fuel, and it's I don't know, roughly $100 to $150 in fuel just for me to get out of Florida to get to the next load. I could take, loads out of Florida, but they just don't pay nothing. I would rather go to, South Georgia or somewhere like that to get a load that pays, somewhat decent. When you add the deadhead miles in, you still get a good mile parade. But that's my rant. Like I said, anybody has any good, bad, indifferent, comments, please put them in. Let me know what you think and what you've come into. I don't really have anything else to add, guys. Have a good night, and we'll see you on the live on Wednesday. Have a good night, or good day, actually. It's just getting started. Thanks, guys.